Welcome everyone to this introductory episode of Tune to You, Classic Conversations with Classical Musicians. Today we will be introducing ourselves, the hosts, and explaining the purpose of our podcast. Let's start with Almos.
Hi everyone, those who don't know me, I'm Álmos. I'm from Hungary. My instrument is the flute. And about my school background, I only studied in Hungary before, so I did my high school and my undergraduate studies there. I came to the TGS and to China because my professor is here. He was my professor at home too, but I wanted to study with him in person because at home he only did online lessons. And about this podcast, I'm just interested in stories in general, and I'm curious about the people here, the faculty, other teachers, other students.
Hi, for those who don't know me, my name is Manou. I'm from Chicago in the United States, and I play the cello. I studied in my undergrad in Georgia, not Georgia the country, Georgia the state, and at the McDuffie Center for Strings. And I actually came to TJS because of Seha, who is my professor here. And he actually was my professor in undergrad for about 2 years, my third year and my fourth year. And I enjoyed working with him so much that I followed him all the way to China. For this podcast, what I'm really excited about is not only listening to people's narratives and their explanations for why they're here, what they're doing, how they got there, but also to test out some of my editing skills, some other videography or like audio skills that I would like to put into practice because I feel that it would be very helpful for recordings.
Hi everyone, my name is Aidan. I'm a trombone player from the United States, from Florida originally. I did my undergraduate at the Eastman School of Music in Rochester, New York, and I decided to come to China actually kind of just for a change of pace, a change of scenery. I actually knew about the school for a few years when I applied to Juilliard, New York, and I just thought it would be a really cool experience to go to China and just kind of experience a different culture, right? Actually, I've had an interest in learning Chinese for a few years, so this is a really good opportunity for me to be here and learn a little bit. For this podcast, I'm really excited to hear some different perspectives. We've already interviewed actually a couple of really interesting guests who've had very diverse careers in classical music, and I think that's something that's really interesting because everyone's story is so different, right? And everyone's career path is so different, especially being here in China where the classical music field is very much developing. I think it's very interesting to hear all these different stories from people who are successful.
And now, here is a brief excerpt from the first episode with Wei He, the CEO and artistic director of the Tianjin Juilliard School, and Catherine Chu, the dean of the Tianjin Juilliard School.
Let me ask you a question. This ability of knowing yourself, knowing what works for you, 2 hours per day, 2 months in advance, that sort of formula, right? How did it come about? And at what point in your development or your growth did you come to realize, I see, this is what works? Were you taught this? Did you figure it out yourself? And also this ability to detect signals, to pick up signals, to see the flags and then tell yourself, okay, I'm going to listen to myself and not allow myself to get to that stage.
Yeah.
Do you think it came organically, or
I would say
it's pretty
organic. No, I don't think no one's born. I mean, some people would be more immune from getting burned out, but I think there's never a divine moment for you like, boom, haha, we figured out everything, right? I think it's through all the life experiences. You're as a musician, as a teacher, as a husband, as a wife, Something I would say though, even through musician's life, when you start to take auditions, when you take on competitions, when you start to prepare for something, you find out your limits. You find out your potentials. You're constantly reevaluating your potential, your ability. I think that's what we do every day. We're so good at criticizing ourselves, evaluating ourselves. That's what we're musicians, we live with that. I think that's an incredible tool. So once you figure that out, we always set goals. And you also figure out something, what is effective? Once you get to past that point, doesn't matter anymore. You better just pack it up. There's always tomorrow.